So the drills. The drills, we're going to look at 3 of the traditional English fights. Okay. The 4th one, the close play, we don't do drills for. That's because we're trying to instill the Catholic play. Okay. This idea of maintaining distance and fighting from distance. So the 3 fights we're going to look at today are the open play, the garden play, and the variable play. Okay. The open play footwork is what I call the shifting pace. Okay. Weight just slightly loaded up on the back leg because you're going regressive. It's regressive lie, I also call it. And going backwards, if you load up on the back leg, you can come forward. Okay. The open, the hilt comes from outside the thigh up, so it's not too far forward, it's not too far back. It's sort of there. If I stand here at sideways, you can see that the hilt should not extend below the knee. You're proffering no target for your opponent. Conversely, you're offhand. If you're not carrying a weapon, which quite frankly you ought to be, but if you're foolish enough to be fighting with a single weapon, then just keep it ready in preparation for whatever. Okay. The open play is a very crude fight, and it's got obviously a medieval ancestry, but it does give you good, solid blows. Its focus is offence, not defence. Okay. And you'll see that reflected in the drill. Now the drill is broken up into 3 exercises, all 3 of them are. Actions to the left, to the right, and through the middle. Now before we start, we have to think of the litany. The litany is to set us up for the drills, to instill more of the Catholic play. So first things first, assign roles. I'm going to take the role of patient, this gentleman's going to take the role of agent. Patient is the one who's reactive, agent is the one who's active. Now the true combat role is to be patient-agent. This is a tactical fight, a slow fight, a thoughtful fight. So you're patient, and then you're agent when your patience rewards you through observing time. Okay? So what Marty's going to do from open, he's going to attack into my upper left-hand quarter, and then he's going to attack to my lower thigh here. Normally we do several of these, but for the purpose of brevity, okay, he's going to attack just one. So the litany is, we assign roles. Patient stands at distance, I've got him at distance. Patient true spaces himself, I'm true spaced. Agent commences. Now before he commences, gentle play, so it's nice, slow and fluid. Okay, so as he comes in, right to the way, come back. Okay, right to the leg. Boom. Let it go on. Okay. What did I demonstrate there? I demonstrated one of the 3 actions. This is what the drills also introduce you to. The 3 actions are, the first action is to attack into his attack, the second action is to ward and then return, and the third action is to do what I just did there, which is to slip the blow completely and then come in to do it. Okay? It's the slowest of the actions, but it's also the safest. Now, could I have used a second action? Could I have warded and returned? But Martin comes in again. No, to the head please. Should have pointed out. Then you can see that I can do. The problem is, he's assigning, he's understanding where he's attacking. Okay? Martin, being an honourable chap, was striking to the head because I asked him to. But if I can line myself up, Laura, can you see? Right? What I'm going to give you is 4 swashes. Swashes are big actions. Okay? 2 of them are going to be to Laura's head, 2 of them are going to be Laura's thigh. Okay? You've got to decide which one's which. Okay? So, clear? Lastly. Now, rhetorical question, could you tell? I already know the answer. No, you couldn't. I couldn't tell, this gentleman couldn't tell, George Silver himself couldn't tell. Okay? So when somebody's from a loft attacking you and coming into your left side, the safest bet is that you slip out of the way. Again, if Martin was, if I think Martin's coming into my head, but it's coming to my leg, that's it. I mean, if he's moving at that speed, I'll not do anything about it, and vice versa. Okay? So that's the safest bet. To the opposite side. Again, stood at distance, Martin's an open, whoa. He's an eager beaver, this fella. He's going to attack again. 1 shot to the head, 1 shot to the thigh. When you're ready. And to the thigh. Okay. What did I demonstrate there? Well, firstly, Martin again was coming in at the time of the hand, body and foot. I slipped off at 7 o'clock. I should have explained this before. I envisage that I'm stood in a clock or on a clock face. My phone is always at 12 o'clock. So whichever way I go, I always move off that clock face. So moving up at 7 o'clock, took me to there. What I used there was a first action. Okay? The first action is to attack into his attack. So if you just put the weapon out, so you're attacking. If you're attacking to my head, we'll meet in the middle. As I'm using a much heavier weapon than his, chances are I'll force him down and beat him out of the way. Either way, keep myself safe. If he's coming for my leg, again, he's going to pass me quite bad, but I can easily catch this and even his head, and that's just the time with the hand and body. Okay? Could I have used a third action there? I could have done. Could I have used a second action there? Well, in theory I could, but I'm facing the same problem. Okay? It's this time thing again. So we now have two actions, single actions to the left, and two actions that we can prosecute on the right. Now, through the centre. What Marty's going to do now is what's called forehand ward. Forehand ward is part of the variable fight, but it's a thrusting action. Again, hilt outside, there. Notice, quite a wide point there. The whole point about, forgive the pun, the whole point about having the weapon on the outside, not in the centre, is to provide an avenue. If he wants to come to this side to me, he's got to step across and come at me. Okay? So what Mark is going to do, he's going to stab to my midsection. Right, what was demonstrated there? Well, again, Martin was coming at the time with the hand, body and foot. I was operating at the time with the hand and foot, so I was using my footwork. But what I used there was a first action. I attacked into his attack, just like I did with the other ones. Could I have warded that? Could I have used a second action? Well, I could have done. Martin comes in again. Right, okay. But why would I do it? It's too slow. And the time that it takes from, I've already hit him on the way. Okay. You can use it, but if he's quick, he's good at falsing. Because you're so slow, it can be readily false. So again, from a Catholic perspective, from a simple perspective, use the first action. Always remember this from this other litany as well. Defensive inches versus offensive feet. Okay? If Marty's coming in from there, he's moving several offensive feet, but I'm also using several offensive inches, several defensive feet. It's too slow. Okay? So that is the drills that encapsulate the open play and some of the reasoning behind it. There's more that can be said, but I've got my marching orders, I've got to be quick. Probably why I'm talking 10 to the dozen. I usually talk a lot slower than this.